Has hacking the Jordan turned into like the basketball version of pushing the big red button in desperation?
Pardon me? I have no idea what you just said.
The hack of the, like, it's like that when teams are desperate, they push a big red button and turns into just fouling Jordan the whole time.
But really, I don't know if that did much. They didn't score and we didn't score. Honestly, the 30 seconds we took them out, they scored 5 points. So that didn't lose the game for us.
But the gesture gives off.
But the fact that they can do it, they should do it, and it's part of the game right now.
Doc, can you talk about the end of regulation there? It seemed to all of us that DJ thought that the 24-second clock buzzer was the game buzzer, and that's why he held the ball.
Yeah, clearly he did.
Have you ever seen anything like that happen before?
No, I don't know if he could have got it up anyway in .7, but probably could have. We made a lot of mistakes down the stretch. That being one of them, obviously. But we gave up a couple of threes, 2 threes that just can never happen. It was. You knew before the game. I told our staff, I told our guys. I never tell my players this, but I told our staff. This could not be an offensive game tonight for us. With having Blake out and having Jamal out, we had to make this a mudslinging, low-scoring game, and we accomplished it. And then the last 2 or 3 possessions, we stopped defending and give up 2 threes, and those can't happen.
Do you think that was kind of an effort thing in a way, defensively, or was that not an issue?
No, I don't think effort was a problem tonight. No.
Doc, was going into overtime, you believe that was a momentum changer?
Yeah, clearly, and but it's a lesson for us. Like that 3, those 2 threes, and going in overtime. I thought it definitely hurt our spirit a little bit. But the lesson there is, so what? Go play anyway. Go win the game. You outplayed them for 48 minutes, and you gifted them, and then they outplayed you for 5 in overtime. But part of it was our spirit. There's no doubt about that. You learn lessons all the time. I think that's a great lesson for us. So what? It's a tie game. You go in. Doesn't matter that they made a comeback. Go play again. I never thought we got our rhythm again.
Did you have to talk to DJ after the game? It's kind of, did you say that the spirits are?
Oh, I think they're all down. I'm down. But can you do? The game's over now, and you watch film, and you get ready for your next one.
Was it all spirit in overtime? Was that the biggest issue, or what do you think happened? Because it looked like everything was kind of out of sync after.
Yeah, I think a lot of it, you're out of sync when you're emotional. And I thought we got emotional. We got down on ourselves. I think we're upset that we felt like we should have won the game, and that happens. It won't be the last time, but. When that happens, you stop executing. You're thinking about the 2 plays that happened before instead of the next play, and that's what I meant. Like, we never got our rhythm back.
And with Chris, he had a pretty big reaction to DeAndre right there. What did you think of that? Did you see it?
Pretty big reaction.
He was yelling right in his face that he was all over.
No, it's basketball. It happens. Won't be the last time. He was yelling at him to try to shoot. Yeah. That's what you're supposed to do. So.
Your team has been playing so well without Blake Griffin recently, but is this the type of game that you think to yourself, man, if we had him out there on the court, things would have been different?
No, I never think that because he's not on the court. So, and neither was Jamal, neither was Matt. So you can't let yourself think that. Like, we pay everybody, and so when you pay everybody, everybody comes to play. I thought we did that overall. We just didn't finish the game. I thought it was that simple.
How do you make those adjustments from not gift wrapping games like this and in Brooklyn?
Well, you just do. You keep. Brooklyn was a different thing to me. That was just we didn't play great the whole game in Brooklyn. Tonight we played so well tonight, but it happens. Everybody. I'm sure you go to ask Terry. He'll probably give you 3 or 4 games that it happens, and you learn from it. Tonight it felt like we tried to hold on to the game on both ends. Like, we didn't score either. The last 2 minutes, and we didn't run anything. And so that was on us as well. Now, we gave up baskets that we should have never given up. But we started milking the clock. We got the lead by the way we were playing. And I thought we vacated that to try to shorten the clock instead of playing.
Is it a matter of playing to win and not just to lose?
Yeah. Thank you.
Jill.
I could have said that and been a lot shorter.
What did you make of the Chris Paul Lillard matchup and what Chris was able to do, holding Lillard obviously to such an off night?
Yeah, well, that was great, but they still won. One thing I'll say about Lillard, like Chris was phenomenal, and I thought we trapped him a lot and took him out of a lot of stuff and tried to get him to 4 shots, what he did. But I guess the lesson there is he's still, what did you get, 18 rebounds? I always, I look at guys and I ask my guys that all the time. If someone takes away what you do, what else can you do to help the team? Because there's certain games where you just don't have it, and you have a bad night. Lillard had one tonight, but he still stayed in the game. He got 18 rebounds. So, and that's good on him. But I like the way Chris guards everybody. I've been saying it since I've been here. I don't know if there's a better defender at that position. Him and Westbrook probably are the two.
You talked before the game about combinations you weren't sure were going to work, like the Baby DJ one, and then you see what Baby was doing with 2 charges, things like that. Apart from the very end with Hito too, did you kind of like the way that looked in the fourth? Yeah,
listen, tonight we knew that was going to be a lineup we were going to have to use because they're so big, and we felt like we had to make it a low-scoring game. So that worked for us.
Doc, they had a couple lobs there in overtime to Aldridge that you seemed pretty upset about, one you called a timeout on. Can you talk about those and then his play in general, Aldridge's play?
Yeah, Aldridge played well, but, at the end of the day, he still was 12 of 30, So, yeah, he was defended well tonight, too. I think basically everyone was pretty much defended well tonight on both teams, except for CP played terrific. And, he got loose there a couple times, and that was defensive execution.
Doc, talk about what you got out of your players, considering you're missing some key ingredients. How pleased were you with the way they did perform?
We didn't win. You know me. It's great. We play great, but we play to win. If we have 5 guys on the floor, I try to instill in our guys, you're supposed to win the game. And we didn't win the game tonight, and so I'm not thrilled about it, to be honest. But I do like the way we're fighting. We are fighting. You can see it. We knew we were down a lot of guys, a lot of points. But we hung in there. The tough part is, we kind of gifted it at the end. Thank you.